So this has been a manga I've wanted to do a review on for quite a while now. It's only 2 volumes long and 16 chapters, so this will be like the only video I'll make on this manga. I really enjoyed it and it's very unique. So I guess I just wanted to talk about this manga, and I'll be going over like a brief overview of it, showing you what's inside. I won't go over too many spoilers in case if you want to give it a read for yourself, because I don't think many people know about this manga and it definitely deserves more credit and reputation. This manga is called Kurayami Dance, also known as Dance in the Dark. You can probably see here and here. Yeah, this is a pretty niche manga and not that many people read it or know about the publishers, because I think it's from Beam Comics, which also is a pretty niche publishing company itself. So I'm just going to be going through both these volumes and letting you decide if this is something you'd want to read or not, while also me getting to talk about this interesting manga series. So first off, I just want to mention that originally this was supposed to be a video game called Kurayami, and it was going to be like a psychological horror where you just walk around. The same story as this, I believe, of this manga, I believe, but it eventually turned into Shadows of the Damned because EA didn't like what Suda51 was doing. Yes, Suda51 is the guy who made this game and wrote this manga, and his company, Grasshopper Manufacture. So yeah, Kurayami turned into Shadows of the Damned, and yeah, this is now its own thing. Well, Kurayami turned into Kurayami Dance, which is now this manga. And I should state that Suda51 said that he enjoys writing this manga because he didn't have to deal with the pressure of publishers breathing down his neck. He could just write whatever he wanted. So it makes me wonder, what would Kurayami have been if it didn't get turned into Shadows of the Damned or become this manga? The author/writer of this manga is Goichi Suda, also known as Suda51. Well, the artist who drew all the art is Takeya Tsuji. I hope this gets an adaptation eventually at some point. It probably never will because it's not that big and not as known as other titles. Also, because it's quite short, it probably won't. But it'd be quite cool if this became like an anime movie or short little 4-episode anime or something, split into parts. I don't know, or something like that. It'd be quite nice to see this animated with voice acting. First off, I'm going to start with volume 1 and show you the covers, the insides, and just talk about it. So this is the dust cover. We have some characters on the front. On the front here is the main protagonist. His name is Kido Wataru. But as he went over 300 miles per hour, he got the name Kamikaze Wataru. To avoid confusion of swapping between Kamikaze and Kido, I'm just going to call him Wataru. This guy here with the purple hair is Kenjin. He is Wataru's friend from school. This is the girl with the pink hair is Luna. This guy here is G. This character here with the cat mask I believe is Nikoda, while the character with the horse mask is Baba. But yeah, you can just see all the characters like this here. Wataru has a silver eye. If you read it, it'll make sense. And yeah, there's also the moon. The moon is pretty important, I guess. Here's the side. Give you a better look there. Yeah, there's the publisher, Beam Comics, that's it, sorry. And here's the back. And here's the cover without this thing strapped over it. It's like a band thing that goes around it. But yeah, this is Wataru's work car, because he's an undertaker for the royal funeral services. And this guy with the donut looking head is Chalia. He is hallucination, or supposed to be hallucination. So yeah, here's the full cover. the side, the back, and yeah, you can see Chalia a bit better there. And here's another character, and a nurse, and that guy, and a priest. I can't remember these names. The moon again, with some roads. Now I'm going to show you it without the dust cover. So yeah, here's it without the dust cover. This is like the inside of the dust cover if you were wondering. Yeah, a joint up picture. Pretty interesting. But yeah, here's it without the dust cover. It's just a plain black volume with a coffin with the yin yang symbol there. Some Japanese writing is the side. Yeah, this is very shiny. And here's the back. It's all just black with a bit there. And for a size comparison, it's about the same size as a Mob Psycho 100 volume. And about similar in width also. Here's the chapters list, by the way. So we've got 300, Extra Inning, Let Me Kiss You, Tanaka the First, Tanaka the Many, and Hallelujah. Yeah, the first few pages are very nice, in colour. Then to standard manga. But yeah. Just some introductions of Wataru. Then him after work, meeting his friend, and going on his bike to get over the 300 mile per hour speed limit. I believe his record is 120 or 130, and then he's pushing past the new limit of speed. Yeah, it gets really trippy. Then he gets the 300 and ends up in hospital with a hallucination. Yeah, he eventually ends up in a 3-year coma and wakes up to find the world around him has changed a bit. And it kicks off with him having to go to that castle all the way over there in the New Kingdom. But yeah, I very love this art. It's very nice. It's fairly unique and not too complicated. Yeah, it's got some English in it, but not that much English. And here's a bit of Wataru doing a bit of funeral service while he's on his way to the mission that he's been sent to do. With a load of characters. It's quite funny, some of these scenes. And also it's quite tragic and sad with what happens to some of these characters. There is a lot of death. And yeah, it is quite wacky and drug trippy if you like. Some really interesting stuff near the end of this volume. And it leaves off on a cliffhanger. A literal cliffhanger. Yeah, that's the end of the volume, and you get like a little remake. Just Wataru's boss, who's like a priest, talking about food. I would say a lot more about this, but I don't really want to spoil too much, like I said before, in case if you want to read for yourself. But yeah, I'm just here to give you a basic outline. But yeah, now on to the next volume. Here we have Wataru again, and this is a girl called Akira. She's a great character, you'll come to love her. And then I've forgotten the name of this girl and this guy here, but I believe this guy here is like the main villain of the manga. So yeah, here's the entire front. Here's the side. As you can tell, this volume's a lot thicker and bigger. Here's the back. Oh yeah, here we have more characters. I remember this guy here is Dr. Moonlight. He's like a wrestler doctor guy. He's quite cool. I can't remember the name of this guy or this guy here. Oh yeah, here's the two sides compared to each other. You can obviously see Volume 2 is a lot thicker and bigger. But yeah, here's the front cover without that banner thing around it. We got the Union Hotel here with a nice beach view. Yeah, a lot of this volume takes place here before going to the castle, because, you know, love interests. Here's the back, the side. Now to take off the dust cover. As before, the entirety of the dust cover is just a extended image. And like before, the cover is the same coffin, the same side, and the exact same plain black back. Yeah, like I said before, this is a lot thicker. That's because it has 10 chapters instead of 6. For some reason this has more content. Here's the full chapters list. We got Challenger, Union Hotel, Reminiscence, Dead End, Separation, Akira's Note, Revenger, Horse and Cat, To the Castle, and finally Back Home. So now getting into it properly, here we get introduced to Akira. She's an assassin and helps out Wataru, like getting him out of the literal cliffhanger of the last volume, and helps him get to where they spend some time there and plan to get married, and their interactions between them both is quite sweet and nice. If only we got to see more of that. Like this, for example. And some funny moments between them. Yeah, and they're like eating dinner together, it's quite nice. We get introduced to a bit of Dr. Moonlight, he's quite a cool guy. And this old KFC Colonel looking guy, I don't know his name, but apparently he's also gone over the speed limit of 300, just like Wataru here. But yeah, he crashes and dies. Not really a spoiler because he's not that important, but... And Luna. Then it also tells us a bit more of the Silver Eye and him using Akira's missing eye. Wataru's fighting the main villain of the manga here. It's pretty fun. And these assassins, the little horse and cat, go around killing stuff. And their little mission is pretty funny too. Yeah, so it also shows a flashback from 3 weeks ago, and it shows the Santa Death Parade fighting Travis's Glastonbury. So 3 weeks ago, it was set in No More Heroes 2. So yeah, this manga takes place 3 weeks after No More Heroes 2. They find Travis's little van in the middle of nowhere. So this is back to current time now. And they come to confront Travis Touchdown. Yep, he's in the manga. And he's basically saying to them,
take one more step, and you're dead.
Just like he did to Badman at the start of Travis Strikes Again. These two get all cocky, thinking they can take him, but then they back out the last second because they realise Travis is too much for them, because Travis would literally kill them. That's the last we see of Travis Touchdown. But yeah, we get to see more of these two assassins and they help out Wataru. And it's revealed who they are. Childhood friends. Wataru's car breaks down and he gets some help from someone. That guy being a character from the 25th Ward. I can't remember which one, but yeah, someone from that game also has a mini cameo and talks to Wataru. Because as you know, Suda51 likes his Kill the Past universe and it all links together. And they just gotta get to the boat to get to the castle. With some final climax here, when they get to the top of the tower. Yeah, Wataru's friend from school, he's basically useless, he doesn't do anything. And yeah, this last chapter really confuses me. It just goes all over the place. But it's all fun and really trippy. That's the end of that. So yeah, that has been both volumes of Kurayami Dance, or Dance in the Dark. I only wish this was a bit longer and had more volumes or something like that, because it would have been nice to see a bit more of a continuation of this manga, and let things grow out a little bit more, so the ending wasn't so confusing, unless it's supposed to be that way. So now for what you're probably wondering, how can you read this when it's in Japanese? Well, online there are translations. I'll leave a link in the description of where you can read this for yourself, and it's a unique experience, I must say. So have fun reading it. And the song does also have its own theme song, Highway by Quill. I probably won't play that here because of copyright reasons. If I could, I would, but I'll also leave a link in the description for where you can listen to that song for yourself. And it's pretty catchy and calming. Listening to it really does fit the theme of this manga. But yeah, I'd recommend giving this a read if you're into something weird and wacky, or want something a bit niche, or have nothing else to read. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.